said in the Eucharist this morning, I'm honored and humbled to be with you at your general chapter. One brother Broer invited me to speak. I wondered, what could I share with you about a virtue you have been living all your lives? However, the theme of your chapter, faithful and hopeful on the way of mercy, inspired me to gather some thoughts that I hope will assist you and create a deeper understanding of the charism we share. When we see the reality of suffering, random violence, poverty, and societal inequities millions of people face daily, we may ask, how can we embody the virtue of mercy in what seems to be a world without mercy? It's not an easy question, and it's one without an absolute answer. Mercy may seem hopelessly out of place, an impossible ideal, a figment of the imagination for naive people or dreamers. The trend today in our world is to relegate the virtue of mercy to a secular domain, to make it a human intellectual exercise mediated and regulated by society. Thus we hear of mercy clauses in medical care, in drug licensing, requiring discounts or distribution for those unable to pay. This is why a religious and spiritual perspective is essential today to reclaim the true meaning of mercy. In the New Testament, Jesus is the living embodiment of God's mercy. In the Beatitudes, Jesus proclaims, "Blessed are the merciful, for they will show mercy." By his miracles, teachings, parables, and ordinary interactions, Jesus manifested God's mercy in dynamic, life-giving ways. The parable of the Good Samaritan is well known in both religious and secular circles. For a moment, reflect on how familiar the word Samaritan has become in today's world. In this parable, we find extraordinary circumstances. Those expected to assist an injured man, a priest, and a Levite, ignore it, while a Samaritan, who is from a group rejected by the Jews for their lack of orthodoxy, assists the injured man. The question Jesus poses at the end of the parable, which of these three, in your opinion, was neighbor to the robber's victim, is one that challenged the people of his time and ours to expand the horizon of our hearts. The answer, the one who treated him with mercy. Jesus' reply is, "Go and do likewise." Mercy is more than a scriptural theological theme. It's a way of life for the Christian and a rule of life for the community. Mercy is intimately tied to love and service, which is mercy in action. Mercy also encompasses a willingness to forgive. We could say in its fullest sense, mercy goes against the grain of human will. To be able to love and serve others without expecting anything in return, and to forgive when we have been wronged, is truly God's mercy at work in us. And that mercy is a gift we must seek and share with others. The lives of the saints show us dramatic, compelling lessons in the mercy of God. This was the lesson that St. Vincent de Paul learned, although it came to him later in life. As a young man, Vincent proudly raised himself up from peasant stock, became educated, ordained, held a comfortable position as chaplain to a wealthy family near Paris. On the surface, it seemed Vincent had all that he wanted or needed in life. Yet he was restless and wanted something more, although he could not name the nature of his discontent. This is where God's mercy began to work in his life, providing Vincent pastoral opportunities for sacramental ministry, spiritual assistance, and temporal help to bring food and medicine to the sick, poor, and abandoned. The need for mercy in the lives of these people overwhelmed Vincent, and he responded with an open heart, a generous spirit, a keen intellect, and great organizational skills. The rest, as they say, is history. Today, almost 4 centuries later, this heritage of hope, which we call the Vincentian charism, is alive, well, and growing throughout the world. Promoting a culture of mercy, both in your works and to the wider society, starts in the hearts and houses of members of this community. A general chapter is not just a time to review works, but to renew hearts. Let us be renewed by God's mercy. Let us be loved by Jesus. Let us enable the power of his love to transform our lives. Let us become agents of this mercy, channels through which God can water the earth, protect all creation, and make justice and peace flourish. Amen.